Alright guys, welcome back. In the last video we built this from scratch. We built all of this from scratch. This is the code. And this video we should be able to finish everything. We should be able to buy a recharge card, we should be able to make a transfer to other bank accounts, and we should be able to check our balance, we should be able to buy airtime, we should be able to deposit into our account balance. So let me log back in as usual. Sarah one. Okay. So guys, so let's work on this recharge your line. Let's work on it. If you can, as we click, oh, there was an error. Let's go back and define key. Let's refresh. Let's log in back. Let's log in. I think I have let me check the database here. Bank system Sarah. Okay, Sarah. Yeah, I think it's 1 2. Password not correct. I think it's 1 not correct. Why? 1 2 3. Okay, now let's make a recharge card. Let's know how to buy airtime. So that's what we're going to do now. So I have my folder, I have my editor open here, and let's create a folder. So we're going to create a folder, not open folder. Where's that? New folder. Let's call this dashboard airtime, or user airtime. I think user airtime makes sense. User airtime. Yeah, user airtime. Or let's create it under this dashboard here. So let's create a new folder. Let's create, say, user airtime. Yeah, let's create it there. User airtime. Let's create it there. Okay. User airtime. And let's have a folder inside our user airtime. Let's call this airtime.php. Let's call it airtime.php. Airtime.php. Let's open our PHP tag here. Let's have session start. Okay. Session start. Let's have our session start. Okay, we are good to go. And let me copy some code here. Let me copy some code. Let me copy the code here. Copy. Let me paste it here. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. What we need here is we need 3. Let's change this one. Okay, let's just change this to, let's change it to account balance. Okay, I think I have to account balance. Yeah, account balance. Yeah. Let's check stuff here. Buy time. Okay. Account balance, phone number, amounts to buy. Okay. Account balance. Let's have phone number. Then the amount to buy. Amount to buy. So let me take this out of the way. I want to buy, and let me buy airtime. Buy airtime. Okay. Buy airtime. So let's link it. Let's go back. Let's come here. From location. Then we say user airtime slash airtime.php slash airtime.php. Okay, let's make a refresh. Let's click on that. Okay, I think we didn't save it. Okay, so we have it here. Let's change the background color. So let's go to gradient. Let me just make this a little bit darker. I think this is okay. Let's copy that. Let's comment this part. Let's paste that there. Let's refresh. Yeah, I think this is good. Buy a time. I think that is good. That's okay. That's good. Okay. Now, the next thing we want to do now is to start working in the back end. That's the next thing we want to do now. We should start working in the back end. So we're going to create a folder right away now. Let's create a folder. So let's just call this, say it's as airtime. Let's call it backend airtime. Let's call it backend airtime. Yeah, I think that's okay. Backend airtime. Yeah, backend airtime. Okay. So the next thing we should start. So let's come here and let's say okay. I think let's check. Okay. Should have the account balance displaying here like that. We should have the account balance displaying there like that. Okay. Okay, the account balance should be displaying there. Okay, let's do this to, let's make this read only. Yeah, let's make it read only like that. Let's have a placeholder in there. So in the placeholder we're going to have a PHP tag. We're going to have PHP tag there. So let's say PHP. Let's close the tag. In that page we're going to echo out. We want to echo out the amount, so you can see the amount there. So say total amount. Let's refresh. We get 0. I hope you can see it, guys. You see the total amount there is 0, like that. Okay, total amount equals to 0. What's the next thing? Let's give this a name. Let's call it buy. Okay, let's come here. Set this action. It's in the same folder, so we should just say backend airtime, backend airtime.php, and we do method of posts. We are posting that. So let's begin. So let's give this a name. Let's give this name of, we don't need to give this a name. Yeah, let's come down here. let's give this a name of say phone number amount to buy. Let's call this amount. Okay, now let's come here now. So before we do anything, let's have our session start. Let's have it running already like that. Let's have our database connection to database. Let's have it there also. Good, nice one. So let's start. So we're going to say is set if the button is pressed. Do this. I'm going to say post. I think it's buy. Yeah, buy. Yeah, buy. Post like that. Go to come here and say phone number equals to trim. MySQL escape string. We have the connection to database. And we have the posts. I think we called it phone number. Let me construct phone number. Okay, it's called phone number. Let me copy this. Let me copy it like that. I'll call this one amount to buy. Amount to buy. Amount to buy. Okay. Let's call this amount. I think we're good with that. Okay, so let's have an if statement. If the user left this place empty, it should show an error. So we have phone number or empty, well, amount to buy, like that. Okay, phone number empty, amount to buy. That's good. If it's empty, let's make an header here that says location. Let's go back to the user panel. Yeah, or no, let's go back to airtime. Let's make it at airtime.php. Yeah, airtime.php. So we say exit that. So let's test it out. Let's have it as a refresh. Let's go back, recharge your line. Okay. Placeholder. So please fill the space. Okay, I think fill the space. What's going on here? What's going on there? Outline, placeholder. What's going on here? Okay, I think there was an error there. Let's refresh. We have a 0. That's not what we want. So it's 5. It's okay. Okay. Let's go back to the back end. So let's test it out. Let's press this. It's going to the user airtime backend. Airtime backend. Yeah, that's what we want. Airtime.php. Backend airtime. Is the button correct? Because it's supposed to throw an error at us Let's refresh that. Get that open. Bank Pro. Okay. Now let's work on database here. Let's work on database now. So what we want to do now is it's pretty simple. We want to check. First of all, we are going to select. We're going to check for the amount of this present user here. We're going to check for the amount of this present user here. Then after that, we are going to check if he or she has enough balance to buy airtime, and we're going to update it also. Okay, so let's do that now. Let's call this. Let's call check data is okay. So check data. Select star from bank system, where total amount equals to, sorry, double quote there, total amount equals to the present session that is there, to the present session. So it equals to the total amount and phone number equals to, let me copy this one here, phone number equals to that. Let me just make this a little bit, let's close it up. Yeah, let's close it up. Okay, phone number equals to that. Let's query the base. So say query database equals to SQLi. We have con, we have check data, like that. So now we want to check if the phone number exists in the database. We want to check if the phone number exists in database. So let's say checking if phone number is in database. If checking phone number in database, so it's pretty simple. Say if statement, my SQLi, it should be num rows. My SQLi is going to be num rows. Query database bigger than 0 is bigger than 0. Let's have an else statement here saying, let's echo something else here, saying h1, saying phone number does not exist. Phone number does not exist. Okay, that's good. Let's come back up here. Now the next thing we want to do now, we want to check if total amount here is greater than the amount to buy here. Now if this is greater, if this session total amount is greater than the amount to buy here, the transaction should be carried. So that's what we want to do now. So let's do that. So let's say an if statement is saying session of total amount. If it's greater than equal to amount to buy. If it is greater than that, we begin a transaction. So say my SQLI begin transaction. My SQLI begin what? Transaction. So let's do that. Con my SQLI begin transaction. So the next thing we do now is we say, okay, update. Let's call this update. Let's say update amount. So we're going to write in MySQL here. Say update bank system set total amount equals to, let's copy that there. Total amount equals to this. Total amount equals to this. Equals to total amount minus. I don't want this like this. No, it's like that. Okay. Now minus what? Minus amount to buy. Minus amount to buy. Okay, minus amount to buy. We're updating it that way. Minus amount to buy. So we're going to say where, can't spell, where username equals to session username. So okay, so that's that. So what we do, we're going to query the database here. We'll query it out. Oh, we've done a mistake. Wait, a mistake. I think this is a mistake. Okay, so we query the database saying con, and we say update amount. Like that. So what we did here was that we say, okay, update bank system set total amount equals to the present session, which means the present account that is logged in, minus the amount to buy, which is what's up here, where the username equals to the present person that is logged in. Okay, so now let me copy this one here like this. Now update total, let's call this update total amount, because we need to update it. So it's pretty simple. So update bank system set, since we're working on the recharge with the airtime, set airtime equals to amount to buy. So we're going to change this minus to plus amount to buy with the session airtime there, with the session airtime, where username equals to, okay, with the session airtime, where, okay, where, no, we need to change this username to phone number. where username equals to phone number, we need to change to phone number. Then we need to change this one here also to phone number. Okay, let's query it like this. Let's query saying update total amounts like that. So what we do here is say my SQLI, we commit it to make the transaction possible, saying con. Then if this is successful, let's just echo something out. Let's say echo it's worked. Let's echo it's worked. Yeah, let's echo it's worked. Okay, let's echo it's worked. Else, let's say echo not. Let's echo not enough amount to buy airtime, not amount to buy airtime. Okay, so what we've basically done here is that first of all we said okay, check data. We said select start from bank system where total amount, that means the total amount which is here, we collapse that total amount here, this total amount which is here, which is the present, this session total amount is the present person that is logged in, which is the session start that is here, and the phone number of the present person that is logged in, which is the phone number, the present person that is logged in there. The phone number equals to, no, we need to change something. I need to change something here, and phone number equals to, let me change this to the present phone number. Yeah, and the phone number equals to that. So what we're basically doing is that we are pulling data of total amount and the phone number. So we said okay, if session total amount is greater than or equal to amount to buy, which is the amount the user wants to buy, do this. So we say update bank system set total amount equals to the present total amount of the person logged in minus the amount to buy, where the username equals to the present person that is what logged in. So after that you run an update again saying the airtime equals to amount to buy, that is if this is successful, plus the present airtime which is currently 0, like that. Okay, I think this should be working now, but it's not going to work. Yeah, it's not going to work now. You know what we can do? We can just change our figure here. Let's change it to 700. No, I think we're logged in with Sarah. Okay, we're logged in with Sarah. Let's change that stuff to 900. Yeah, we're logged in with Sarah. If we refresh, we get 900 here. We get 900. So let's do that. So I think it should be working now. So let's buy a time. It keeps going back to this place. What's going on? We have the airtime. We have the back end airtime, the PHP post. Oh, yeah. Inside the type, so it should be submit. I think that's what's causing it error. So let's go back, refresh. Okay, that's not what's causing the error. Let's set that type. Okay, that's the error there. That's the error. Okay, that's good. We are getting errors. That is what I like, getting errors all the time. So on line 28 we have an error on line 28. What could that, what's our error there on line 28? On line 28, syntax error, unexpected double quotes. Unexpected double quotes. Where is our double quotes? On line 28, update bank system set airtime equals to this. This is correct. To session airtime, this is correct also. Where full number equals to this. Yeah, that's not correct. Okay, so we come here now. Let's give it a refresh and enter. Okay, fill up the space. We didn't fill up the space. So let's have Sarah's current phone number. Let's have our current phone number. Let's go back. Let's copy this phone number here. Recharge your line. Let's copy it there. Amount to buy. She has 900. Okay, 900. Let's buy one of 400. I think that's good. So buy. It worked. So let's go back. Go back. Now we get to see 500. Now let's have a dollar text here, and let's say HTML dollar symbol. HTML dollar symbol. HTML dollar symbol. Let's go. There's errors. Where's the dollar symbol? That's errors. Where's the dollar symbol? I'm looking for a dollar symbol here. Let's go currency reference. Okay. Let's just copy the errors. Yeah, let's just copy the errors symbol. Let's just copy it. Let's copy out the error symbol. I don't know why I can't find the dollar symbol there. I don't know why. It should be there. I don't know why. Where is it? Let's go back and let's check here. Let's check that. Okay. Like this should be for the dollar code. I think so. So let's come here. Let's come to the user panel. This is total amount. Then I think we should have like a value equals to that. Then just set that there. Let's cancel that tag. I think let's take that out of the way. I think that should be working perfectly now, I guess. No, it's not. It's not working. What will kindly be the cause of it? Okay, let's just copy it and place it in front of this one here. Yeah. Okay. Let's take that out of the way. Okay. Now she has $500 before. So let's make it. Let's buy airtime again. Let's copy and phone number. Let's copy our phone number. Buy airtime. Let's buy airtime of let's say 400. Yeah, 400. So it's work. Let's go back. we can refresh. So we actually has $100 left. So let's buy more than the airtime that is there. Let's say she wants to buy 5. And say now not enough amount to buy airtime. Not enough amount to buy airtime. So that's cool. So now guys, let's build the error handling for that, for the text. So what we're going to do now is pretty simple. We are going to build let's have another folder, new folder, and call it error. Let's call it error. Yeah, let's just a new file. Let's call this one airtime error.php. airtime error.php. And just copy something in here, paste it here. We don't need all these ones, we don't need that there. I'll go back PLC, just say a div here, and design a columns there. Let's call this a class of card. Call this class of card there. Say as background warning. Okay, does have an heading saying you don't have enough money. You don't have enough money. Set that to title. Set that to title. Set that to title. Set that to columns. So, and let's have a link. Sorry. Let's have a link that takes us back. A link that takes us back to the user panel. So I think that should be dashboard slash user panel. So back to home page, user panel .php. So let's go to the backend there. So if it doesn't work, we do an header that say location to the what location to the error file and say that's airtime error.php. Okay, let's have sorry about that. Let's go back. Let me grab a phone number by airtime there. It's 400. What's that? We have airtime error PHP. Okay, let's put in the full part there. call this bank pro slash dashboard OARD slash that. Let's go back, let's refresh that one more time. 5. So we don't have enough money. Back on page. Okay, it's working. Use offsets 4 and is 7. So like that. Let's change that offset to offset 3 to be the middle. Okay. Let's go and see T-top there. Back on page. So let's have a color for like a red color. I think this is red. Generate. It's too much. Okay, I think this is good. Just copy that there. And let's copy, let's paste that there. Yeah, and okay, we don't have enough money. That's good. We are working. Let me delete this code here like that. So let's see if this one page is working. Let's go back. Oh, it's not working. I think we need to have the full path, the full to bank pro slash. Okay, that should be working. Let's test it out. Refresh, go back. Okay, it is working. Now let's show a success message. Yeah, it's success message. Let's show a success message there. Okay, let's have a new folder called success. What do you call success? Yeah, let's have a new folder here. Let's see, airtime success.php. Airtime success.php. So we just copy this here, then just paste it there. Then we could just change this part to background to success. Let's change that background to something color meaningful, so like a white. Okay, this no. Let's say maybe blue. Let's make this a little bit darker. I think this is okay. Let's copy all of this. Say there. So let's go back to the backend, and instead of printing it's worked, we should just have this one there, like this. Same. This one should be success. This one should be success of airtime. Oh, I mean it's misspelling about that there. At time SUCCESS. Yeah, so let's see. Here I can see, let's say airtime bot. Okay, so let's go back, let's refresh. I think a phone number. What's wrong with me? Is our phone number there? Okay, this is the last money, 100 airtime bot. Okay, that's good. Coming, let me try bang with this one here. Okay, let's change it to transfer successful. Yeah. Okay, let's make it transfer successful. Yeah, let's make it transfer successful. Okay, good to go. Transfer successful. Back to home page. So now we have is $0. We don't have money again. So the next thing for us to do now is to work on this make transfer to other bank accounts. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to close this one, close that one, close this, close that there. So yeah, this use airtime. We're going to have another folder. We're going to call it transfer. We're going to call it transfer. We'll call it transfer. I would say call this. Let's call this transfer.php. Transfer.php. I would say let's call this backend transfer.php. Backend transfer.php. Okay. Now we are getting there. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to copy. Let's go to this deposit here. I'm just going to copy all this text here. Just copy it instead of coding it. So paste it there. So now I'm going to change some text. Amount to transfer. Account name. Set this to sender's name. This sender's name is going to be our own name. So after the sender's name, let it display our current balance. Yeah, that should. Let it display our current balance. So this see, I don't know. I never knew there was a C tag in HTML. Let's call it current. We have the current balance. Then we have the bank name. So let's read only over bank like that. So before we do anything here, we are going to show off our name here in the sender's name here. So let's do that like that. Let's say placeholder. Let's go down like that. Okay. Let's go to the airtime here. Let's copy this code there. Just paste it there. What's going on here? I'm gonna echo like that. Let me close this stuff like this. Something is wrong. Placeholder. What's going on here? So we have the text. Oh, it's set to HTML. Let's change it. Let's come down here. Let's set to HTML instead of PHP. Yeah, okay. So let's have PHP tags here. Saying a session start like that, like so. So right here we want to display our name. Saying username. So after that, let's have the same thing there. Let's copy that. Let's paste it here. So here is going to be what our current balance. Yeah, I think it should be current balance. Total amount. Okay, we are good to go. Total amount. I think that's all. Amount to transfer. The sender. I think that's all. So let's link the page up here. Let's link it here. Let's come down to the make transfer here. Location. This one is transfer slash transfer.php. Yeah, I think that's it. That's it. Let's refresh. Okay, we are good to go. Transfer. So we can see our account name here. You can see the current balance there, like that. I think we still need to change some stuff here. Since we can see the current balance, let's bring the current balance up right here. Yeah, let's bring it up like that. So current balance is 0. Current balance is 0, like that. All right, guys. Let's work on the back end now. Let's work on the back end. So say action. We're going to be fast with the back end, very, very fast. So you're going to say back end transfer.php. So back end transfer.php. Okay, I can say a method of post. Sorry about that. So if I would just have a name of, let's say transfer type submit. Type equals to submit. Okay, I think that should be working now. Let's refresh. Okay, it's working. That's good. So let's have our PHP tag open. First thing is we have a session running. A session running. After that, let's have this connection to the database there. Okay, so let's do so if the button is pressed, which is percent post transfer. If the button is pressed, do this. So let's just copy what's there. How many stuff are there? So how many stuffs are there? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we only need 3. We need this account number, amount to transfer, and code. So let's just say account number. So we name. Let's call this account. Account number. Amount to send. The account name, like that. Okay, so we have the account number. Let's say amount to send. We have amount to send also here. Let's copy this part there, let's paste it there. I think this is account name. Okay. We have the account name. We have the account name. We have the amount to send. We have the account number. We have the account number. Okay, I think that's all we need. So let's set an if statement. If it's empty, let's take it back. Let's take this back. So empty account number, amount to send, account name. Yep. Then this will be transfer.php. So else, let's deduct our money. So we're going to basically do what we did at the airtime backend there. Yeah, we're going to basically do what we did here. So we're going to do it very, very fast. The battery is getting low. Okay, let's do that very, 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 very fast. So what we do here is let's just copy what we have here. Let's copy that there. Close that. So here should be select start from bank system where amounts no. I'm making use of the account number. Where account number, are we correct? Where account number there, are we? Okay, we are correct. Where account number equals to select where account number equals to the account number, equals to the account number. So it goes to the account number. No, I don't think that's what we need to do. Let's take that out. Yeah, equals to the account number. Okay, and phone no, and user name equals to the account name equals to the what? Equals to the account name. Okay, select start from bank system where account number equals to the account number of the person we are sending to, and the username and the account name. That's not what we want to do. Okay, I think that's all. We should have another query again. Like that. Let's change this query to. Let's change the name to. Set it to start. Start base. Let's say start base. Let's say start base. So select start from bank system. Here we should be checking for the username. Where username equals to the current username here. So session username there and total amount. Total amount equals to the current session total amount. Yeah. So we need to query the base there. Let's query this base and call this. Let's call this to do base con start base there. Now guys, what we want to do now is pretty simple. We want to check if this account number is in this database here. Example, we're sending from Sarah to Mike. We're trying to find out if Mike's account number is in existence. So that's what we want to do now. So it's pretty simple. So say if my SQL rows of this check data here, which is the query base here, is greater than 0, do this. So say else, just copy. I think we have an h1 here, so just copy that h1. It's pretty simple. Let's say account number does not exist. Okay, that's pretty cool. Account number does not exist. That's pretty cool. So now what we want to do now is we want to check for data in this query base here. That's what we want to do now. We want to check for data in this query base here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to say if I think raw data equals to my SQL fetch a sock of query base. If my SQL fetch a sock equals to query base. So let's create a session. Let's call this as total. Don't worry, I'm going to explain after this. Let's say raw data total amount. Raw data total amount. Raw data total amount. So the next thing for us is we want to check. Let's do an if statement saying if session total amount is greater than or equal to amount to send, do this. So let's copy what we have here. Let's just copy what we have here. Let's paste that there. Pretty good. So let's change some stuff there. So we're saying update set if total amount equals to the total amount minus amount to send equals to the amount to send. Then we say here update if no, this one should be different. If total amount equals to total send plus total, then what we can do, we can see where username equals to account name. This should work. Okay guys, so let me explain what I did here. So what I did here is really simple. So let me explain this code. So first of all, we have this query here, this check data, select star from bank system where account number equals to the account number here, this account number here equals to this here, and where username equals to this account name here. Now what this query here is doing, so after this query here, we have the second query of start base. This second query is the current user is the current user in this session, So that's that. So we said, okay, if num MySQL num rows of this data, this check data here. So this one here, we're checking if this line of code here, this if statement here, we are checking if this account number or account name is in existence in the database. So that's why we have this one. So we queried it here. Or let me uncomment this one so you guys can understand very well. Let me uncomment that one. So we have one query now. So what this query here is doing is that it's checking if this account number or account name is in the database. So if it's in the database, then we want to fetch results from this query here. We want to fetch results from this query we did here, saying we created a section of total equals to the row data of total amount inside this same query here. So as we did, we're going to begin a transaction. We're going to update total amount equals to session total amount. This session total amount is the current user that is logged in minus amount to send, which is what's up here, where username equals to the current person logged in. So if this query is successful, do the second one here. So the second one is saying, okay, update set total amount equals to amount to send, which is this amount to send here, plus total. You can remember I told you we are fetching data from this person here, from this query here, plus total, where username equals to the what account name here, name here. So let's test it out now. Let's say echo it worked. Let's have an else statement here saying echo not just type nothing. So I think it should be working now. Transfer. I think it should be working now. So let's go back there. Let's refresh. Now presently Sarah has no money in her bank account now. She has no money there. But let's try something. So let's say account number. Let's put the account number of Mike. Let's put it there. Account amount transfer. Let's say 111. Account name Mike. Sarah. Let's pick nothing. So this nothing means that there is not enough balance. There is not enough balance. Nothing enough. Let's type here. Not enough balance. So let's go back. Okay, so let me update this database here. Okay, that's good. So let me give Sarah some money. Let me see $1,000. Sorry about that, guys. Cancel. So let me go back. So she has $1,000. Let me make a transfer. So let me say 400. Let me say 500. Let's say Mike. So it's worked. So if we go back now, so from $1,000 to $500 now. So if we kind of refresh database now, we could see money. Mike, we've added money has added there. So let's transfer to Jolly. Yeah. Let's transfer to Joy there. Let's make a transfer to Joy. Amount to transfer. Let's transfer $400. Account name Jolly. Transfer. Account number does not exist. What is going on here? Account number does not exist. Okay. Account number does not exist. What is going on here? Account number does not exist. Let me refresh it. Let me refresh that. Let me post that again. Wow, what's going on? Account number does not exist. It's 400. Jolly. Did we call the names correctly? Okay, it's correct. It's worked. Okay. So let's refresh. We should see $400 in Jolly's total amount. So this is it. It's working perfectly now. Now let's create a success message for it now. Let's create a success message for it. So comment that one. Let's create a success message now. Let's come down here. In this success message, let's have a new file. Again, I'll call it transfer. So let's call this transfer. Yeah. So let's copy what's here. So transfer here, transfer successfully. Okay. Let's go to the transfer backend. Transfer backend. Let's call this transfer.php. That's working. Okay. So let's go to the error. Time error. Let's make it transfer there and say transfer error.php. So let's copy what we have here. Let's paste it there. Let's go back to the backend transfer. So not enough. Let's cancel what we have here. Let's close this, paste it here, and let's call this is error, and we have transfer error battery. Okay, transfer error. So I think it should be working perfectly now. So let's copy this account number again. Let's paste that there. Amount to transfer, let's say $50. Account name Jolly, transfer. So transfer successful. Let's go back. Let's make another transfer. Let's refresh the database there. Okay, let's transfer. How much do we have? We have 450. Let's transfer beyond what we have in our account. Let's transfer what we have beyond that. So I think so. We have an error. What could the error be? Okay, we have double A. Double A. Let's go back. Okay, you don't have enough money back on page. So let's transfer to Jolly again. So transfer there. Let's transfer $400 to go. Transfer successful. Back to home page. So from 450 we transfer to Jolly. So let's make a refreshing database here. Okay, we have a simple working banking system. So it's simple. So next, before I log out, let's create a logout button here. Let's create a logout button. So let's call it log out. Yeah. Okay. Session destroy. Let's make an header. Location. Let's make another location. Bank Pro to the home page. to the bank page, slash over home page dot php that. So we got to cancel this back there. Okay, exit there. I think the session login should be working now. Logout. Oh, we haven't given the session stuff there, so I will have a form. Action logout.php method. Let's say the post doesn't really matter. Copy, paste that there. Okay, logout. What's going on? What's going on here? I'm coming, guys. Over homepage.php. The bank page. It should work. Why is it not working? Fresh logout. So panel. Oh, I quite understand. Okay, let's have a name to logouts. Let's have a name to logouts. Let's have a name to logouts like that. Action. Let's just copy something here. Just say, let's say if the button is pressed. If the button is pressed, let's log out. Where's our user panel? Let's log out. Okay. Out. So I think that should work now. Go back. Let's log out. Now bank dashboard logout.php. Bank pro dashboard logout.php. I think the error is coming from here. Having session start like that. Refresh. What could be this course here? Okay, we should have our type. It's really type of submit. I think we should have those. Let's have the full parts. Yeah. Let's have the full part there. Bank pro slash that. Let's refresh. Logouts. Okay. Now we have a login out button. Is working well. Let's log into Joy's account. I think it's 1. Password not correct. I think it's 1, 2. Okay. So Let me check the thing. So Joey has a 0 airtime. We have an error here. Pin number 107. 107. Why the error? Pin number 107. Pin. Let's check the login backend. Okay, we don't have our pin there. So let's add that there. So I think we have set it to pin number. Okay. Set it to pin number. I think that should work now. So let's log out. Let's log in again. Johnny 1 2 3. I think 1 2. Okay, so it's working now. So let's buy airtime. Airtime. We check our phone number. Okay, our phone number is mixed with words. So let's change it. Let's put in 090. Let's start that there. One row affected. Let's refresh that. Let's log out. Let's log in again. So Joey 1 2. Okay, we have a phone number there. So let's buy airtime. Let's copy that. So she has $850. So let's add that. Let's spend all the money, guys. All the money. So transfer successful. So she has $0 now. Alright guys, this is the end of this section. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to post the last part of this simple banking system tomorrow. So what remains is this part here, the check balance, for us to check our account balance, the buying of airtime, making of deposits. If you can know, I was making deposit through the database here itself, which is very bad. Through here I was typing figures and stuff like that, which is very bad. But now we don't want that to happen. We want to make a deposit into our account. Okay, alright guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash the like button for others to see this video. Thank you very much. Bye.